Hello friends, welcome to Akulmach live stream, and in this live stream we discuss about the top companies in our state. And India is a very large country with several states, but we do not think about which are the top companies in business segment. So today's business segment that we are discussing is the employee pension fund or the Provident Fund, and we are discussing the Delhi state. So let us find out which is the top company in Delhi which is looking after the pension fund for the general public. Let's find this company. The company is known as the Employee Provident Fund Organization, EPFO. This is not a company, this is a government department which is the largest. I will tell you why they are so important, especially when it comes to Delhi state, and what is so special. Although I must mention that the second top company in the Delhi state providing the pension fund is the LIC. LIC is the second closest competitor to EPFO. Why EPFO is so big and how does it impact all of us? We will discuss in today's video. You can, by the way, also send in your comments, your questions, any clarification that you may have, because I'm live right now. All right, let's move to the important aspect about the Provident Fund. So Provident Fund is a government department. They manage a lot of employees, the pension fund for the government employees, and the way it works is that there is a contribution provided by each employee from their salary to EPFO, and you would actually see that in your salary slip that there is a EPFO contribution. So from the time you start the job, from the time up to the time that you end your job, the EPFO deduction will be made throughout your working life, and that small amount goes into adding to the fund which the government of India is running under the EPFO brand name. So EPFO then start paying the pension to all the people who retire till the time they are survivor. So basically this is how this whole thing works. So there is a huge fund that EPFO manage, and I will tell you the quantum of this fund is really huge, and this is really mind boggling. So EPFO in India manages, the size of the fund is rupees 15 trillion. Rupees 15 trillion is the size of the fund that is managed by EPFO only. There are other financial institutions in India which are also doing in the same tune, but just look at the fund size which is responsible for generating pensions for the government employees. Now, if you have to transfer this, convert this into dollar terms for better understanding, this is $182 billion. The fund size is huge. $182 billion is the fund size, and this keeps growing because as the time passes, the number of paying employees keeps increasing as the time passes. And as I said that every month each employee who are working for the parastatal or for the government agencies are paying small little tiny amount from their salary into the EPFO fund, and then once they finish their job after 20-25 years, they start getting pension from the same fund. The fund size is 182 billion. I mean, this is mind boggling. I mean, 182 billion is a huge sum of money which is riding on EPFO. So first of all, EPFO is very big when it comes to the pension fund space itself. They are the largest, and they are spread across all over India. But in this video, we are discussing about their presence only in Delhi. Why Delhi? Because Delhi is their headquarters. So most of their decision making happens from the Delhi region. In terms of how many employees are getting benefit from EPFO, there are at least 50 million employees, ex-employees, who are getting pension from EPFO. Now, after this new government and the new technology that has been adopted, most of the things have been made online. There are checks and balances that EPFO asks their employees to furnish, things like life certificate, whether they are living or dead. It should not happen that the EPFO keep paying for the employees who are no more with us. So there is a process which EPFO follows, and once you are registered with EPFO, as soon as you finish your job, you will start getting your pension till the time you are a survivor. And there are some checks and balances that you have to do. A couple of years back, you had to fill out the forms, you have to physically travel, and it becomes very difficult for people who are, pensioners, basically, who are old and not very well physically. So for past couple of years, the government has changed certain rules, certain regulations, and now you don't have to go step out of your house to furnish these documents. You can do it online. In fact, you can also give a life certificate by going onto a portal where via a video from your mobile phone you can actually submit a life certificate, and that will entitle you for one more year of pension until the next year comes, and then again you have to give life certificate. So that's a process that EPFO follows, and the pension is dispersed only especially because the EPFO is disbursing pension for the people who have retired. So every year the life certificate process is there. So therefore EPFO not only manages a huge fund, they also manage a huge, very big repository of employee database. And there are a lot of runtime data which also keeps checks and balances of how many people are getting the pension. So as I mentioned that there are at least 50 million ex-employees who are currently getting benefit from EPFO. They are getting pensions directly transferred to their account every month, pretty much like a salary. So EPFO takes over from the government department, and then the government department basically does the handover moment the employee retires, and after that the pension is provided by EPFO from their fund which they are managing. So 50 million employees, 182 billion or 15 trillion rupees is the size of the fund that EPFO manages. Mind-boggling. I mean, you can imagine the scale of this organization, and they are running so smoothly. There are no gaps anywhere. So you should give credit to the people who are actually not only building those systems, checks and balances, but at the same time also managing all aspects of this area. Considering the most of the client for EPFO are the pensioners and old people, so grievance redressal, non-payment of pension, payment of pension, how the payment will be dispersed, where it will be dispersed, it will be done through a huge system, server, fail-proof systems, etc. So I think we have to give credit to EPFO department, which is the government department managing 50 million ex-employees paying their pension. So when it comes to manpower, I mean, we have discussed all these things that EPFO is doing, but they just cannot do it in vacuum. They have to have people who manage it. So that means they have to also offer employment to specialized people, whether they are in IT or they are in fund management space. How that 15 trillion rupees of fund will be invested, reinvested, and making sure that it grows, the fund grows. All that is a specialized skills which EPFO team is hiring. So if we look at all over India, they have a huge presence because all of these functions require a lot of hands to ensure that there is no problem in terms of providing services, no problem in terms of addressing any grievances, and making sure that everyone, because pensioners are somebody who has already served for 20-30 years for the government, and after they have served, there should not be any problem in for those people, and their pension must be processed without any problem or any flaw. So considering all this, they have in Delhi region, they have 20,000 people working for EPFO only, and they have also hired 815 commissioners. So commissioners are the people who actually manage the show. They are the senior people, and they have hired 815 commissioners through the UPSC conducted competitive exam. So commissioners are basically senior people who manage the entire team. So in Delhi region only, because Delhi is a big place, the population is almost 20 to 30 million people. So there are 815 commissioners which are managing the show in Delhi, and all these commissioners are hired based on the competitive exams, all India competitive exams, UPSC exams. So unfortunately, a private party cannot engage with EPFO, although this is a fairly large organization. I'm telling you about this company today, but there is no private play. This is all government, and if you want to basically do business or any service, you have to basically clear an exam, the UPSC planned exam, all India exam. Without clearing that, you will not be able to join EPFO. So friends, here it is. The largest pension fund in New Delhi region is managed by Employee Provident Fund Organization, which is a government organization managing pensions for all the retired people who have served for various government departments and have retired after serving for 20-30 years and now living a retired life. So if you have any question, do write in. Otherwise, join me back again tomorrow and I will give you more detail about the top company and some other segment in your state. Bye for now.